Welcome to the Hooch, where the only place more messed up than your hosts is the barracks on a Friday night or the VA. So get ready to stand by for your weekly dose of toilet humor and shenanigans from your fellow veterans, Coy Mack and Michael Grizzled Grunt Harris.
And sound. And welcome back to the Hooch, everybody. We have the usual suspects here. You got Coy Mack, Michael Harris, Kai Law, and now we have Joe Biggs up in the right corner or left corner.
The man.
Which direction am I looking? I don't know.
The man, the myth, the legend, Joe Rambo Biggs, the Austin guy who just destroys fucking left wing assholes every day.
Yep,
I love it.
That's what Joe does. So what are you up to, Joe? What have you been up to recently?
Apparently destroying a bunch of assholes. I didn't know I was doing that, but I was wondering what that taste was in my mouth. Holy shit.
Hey, Joe, when you're done picking them assholes, just holler back at us, bro.
Yeah, when I get done with all these assholes, I'm going to get back to fighting tyranny.
Tyranny. Hey, Joe, remember when we was at the last march? Remember that asshole that was following us?
Wait, you had somebody following you?
Yeah, dude. He was on his phone and shit, and I turned around and I was like, what's up, bro?
Oh, yeah.
He goes, I'm just trying to catch my bus. I can't believe all these Antifa people are out here doing this. And I was like, yeah, all you Antifa people look alike, you smell alike, you dress alike. And it was a hilarious joke.
Man.
Like, oh, shit.
And then I asked him, I'm like, so what bus you trying to catch, bro? Oh, the 18. I go, yeah, that's 3 blocks the opposite direction. I don't know why the fuck you're following us. And he just looks at us and he's like,
And he
exactly.
he was typical Antifa garb,
So he was just following you guys? Because Joe was there?
He saw Joe. He wasn't us. It wasn't Kai and I. It was Joe. And I turned around and I saw him. I was just like, what's up, bro? And
what's up, guy?
Yeah. You're not going to do that today, dude.
Yeah, so I know Joe recently had been banned or censored, as we like to say. He was censored for speaking out on Facebook. How long are you down this time?
It's been a month so far. I think I got 6 more days when I looked. So
do you have like a counter for you? Like, is that how that
works?
Well, no, I've never been banned. So.
Well, I was never banned either. And I've been saying offensive stuff for a long time. I started getting my feelings hurt. I was like, am I not being offensive enough? And like, all these people on Facebook are going, I just got out of Facebook jail. I'm like, what is this magical place I keep hearing about? Well, I've spent a lot of time in there lately. I'm a fucking felon at this point in time.
Facebook felon.
Yeah.
We need to get a shirt made for that.
So I had a week, then 2 weeks. And it's all been from the same thing. It all came down that when that tranny dressed up like a unicorn at that protest in Austin, I took a picture of it. And I said, look, it's a tranny unicorn. And I got banned. And then I get out after a week and everyone goes, why'd you get banned? I said the word tranny. Then they gave me a 2-week ban because I responded to why I got banned. And then I just got out and I said, fuck it. And I just said tranny. And I got the ban.
Wow. I mean, like, it could have been worse.
I got the ban hammer.
It could have definitely
been
been
ban hammer.
I got the ban hammer for posting a picture of David Hogg drinking a cup of coffee saying my dad should have pulled out.
Changed my mind.
Or changed my mind. Louder Crowder said that stuff, but it was funny as hell, and I got the ban hammer for that. I was like, dude.
After this,
I do think it's funny that Crowder's became a meme. Like, everybody's using his stuff. Even if they hate him, they're using his stuff as a meme now.
And the thing is, Joe posted the same thing on his Instagram. I said, Joe, I got the ban hammer on Facebook about this shit. He was like, LOL. Like, what the fuck, dude?
And then I get the fucking ban before that even happened, because the same time that Joe said the word tranny, I was talking about a transmission on a fucking Volvo. A Volvo
Which you called a tranny, and you got in trouble.
And I said, I said that's a tranny you don't want to stick your dick in because it was a blown transmission on a fucking Volvo. Watch, after this episode, we're all getting 30-day fucking bans.
All right,
so.
Coy, when you edit this shit, just bleep out tranny and just say.
Yeah, just keep put tranny. Beep.
No,
beep,
just
beep,
say
beep, beep.
every time we say trannies, just say America. America.
Just have you scream America over it, just like a bald eagle sound.
We got to come up with code words like
Transmission.
No, because then as soon as you do that, then you'll have the left going,
That's
oh look,
definitely
the
not a
alt
chick,
right
that's
is
a
making their
transmission.
things. Yeah.
That's definitely a transmission.
Dude, did you see
That's
that
a transmission.
Look at that Hemi.
Yeah, did you see that picture of that transmission on Facebook? He was like dancing. Transmission.
It's a transmission. If we say transmission, because it's changing gears from having a dick to being a chick with a dick.
Are you transcontinental?
Or would it be removing your transmission?
If we're moving the transmission, I mean,
chopping
that's
off.
our sponsors had
kinda
to
what it would
replace
be.
the transmission on their truck the other day.
Okay. Yeah, let's shift away from the tranny talk or the transmission talk, as we like to say. Question of the day. I know Joe had one for us. What is it?
What is the manliest job out there?
See, that's difficult because you could say infantry is a manly job, and it's a very difficult
chicks
job.
in the infantry now.
Well, no, but
That's true.
let me narrow it down. It's not just
Okay.
like guns involved and like being like an all-American hero like 82nd Airborne like like Mike and I. but I mean like just like at the end of the day you come home dirty, covered in soot or whatever, working hard, sweating hard. You could have died a little bit. It's fucking dangerous as shit. But it doesn't have to be. Let's go ahead and pull all combat out of it. All military.
So no infantry jobs, no military.
No military jobs, no police, no just like regular everyday manly jobs, like a fucking welder,
Okay.
I got one. My dad's a longshoreman. He's been a longshoreman forever since like I was a twinkle in his nutsack, and yeah.
And that's why you know sex.
What's a longshoreman? That sounds like
so a longshoreman, also known as a stevedore. They're the guys who unload containers off ships. It's a stressful job. People die. I mean, it's almost as like it's a pretty hard fucking job, and they get compensated pretty well. But I mean, it's a blue collar job, and they're working their asses off doing 12-hour shifts, and it's a harder job than it actually looks. They're lashing down things with ropes.
I was gonna say like lumberjacks or the guys that are always up there, cutting down the really tall trees, not like the little fucking things. Or like
when I worked for the Forest Service, those guys were pussies.
Yeah.
Nah, I would say coal miners.
Yeah.
Those dudes are deep in caves with explosives.
Yeah, and then they're breathing in that fucking dirt and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if
all that soot,
like you're gonna die.
If Derek Zoolander can do it, then it's not really that manly of a job, right? I have coal.
fucking Zoolander.
What about you, Joe?
I don't know. It'd be like maybe something that has to do with welding. I've always you always see these guys that are welders. Their clothes are all torn and they got scars and shit and fucking do-rags and they're working on motorcycles. I'm like, that's a manly job. I'm certified in welding, but I never ended up doing it. I got all the gear out here. I need to do it so I can go be manly.
TIG welding?
Huh?
Can you TIG?
Like TIG welding, stick welding, MIG welding. I know how to do all of it. I went to school for it. I got a degree in industrial engineering, but I don't have a degree in what I need and for what I want to do now. Yeah, I think that's a manly job. I'm always like, I remember when I went to welding school, when I was getting certified and all that. I mean, I was coming home covered in fucking dirt. I'm lifting fucking pipes and steel beams and shit all goddamn day. I was doing workouts on the college campus and scooping up pussy, man. It was awesome. I can say that, right?
So you can totally say we don't edit stuff out.
Do you mean kitty cat?
No, I was talking about working out in the parking lot. Obviously, I can say scooping up pussy.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Like cats or
like cats?
pussy?
Yeah, he was scooping up cats.
Okay.
And-
Oh
kitties.
yeah, they have a huge feral cat problem, man. We got to get those.
No, we know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. You're talking about ban hammering a pussy.
And we ain't talking about
I
no
think
trannies.
everybody's kind of worried about the ban hammer these days. Yep. Like especially if you're conservative of any sort and you post something.
I got 7 accounts.
Why do you have 7 accounts?
Because I always get the ban hammer.
He has Tyler Law.
I have
Polynesian Patriot.
I have the Polynesian Patriot. I have Dougie K. Aloha Goodman Malamith. I have Don Johnson. I have
Don Johnson, really?
I got
Yeah.
Mike Honcho.
Dong Johnson. It's a Vietnamese guy in a farmer's outfit. Dong Johnson.
Nice.
I spread my butt cheeks wide open for Playgirl, and my name was Mike Honcho.
That's funny.
How wide though? Do you see?
I think it's so it's
That
okay.
starfish.
Starfish. Wow. So I think it was kind of funny though with the whole Facebook getting in trouble for losing. They didn't really lose data. They gave away data. What was it, like 50 million users?
Yeah.
To Cambridge Analytica, and that's just the ones we know about, not the ones they actually got caught. So that's kind of funny that they're all like, yeah, we can be the moral authority and tell you what you can and can't say on our platform, but we're totally going to give away all of your data to these companies.
And
that's why I
the
get all
way-
these fucking emails from like random
Camera.
shit. I'm like, how did you guys
Exactly.
get my email?
And that's how Zuckerfuck
Right.
makes all his money. That's why Facebook is free. Because
No,
he
I do
makes
not want to
money.
extend my penis by 3 inches. It's already big
No,
enough.
I don't. Stop sending me these ads, okay?
Yeah,
I know I talk about
exactly.
weird shit off the phone, and then that's how you know.
No,
I mean,
I've never
Zucker-
wanted a golden brown tan.
I do though. Actually, I have one. But Zuckerfuck,
You have a permatan. What are you talking about? Jesus.
Zuckerfuck makes all his money based off the data he gives. He does.
Yeah.
You notice, like, Facebook is free. So the only way
Facebook is free.
the reason this guy made $70 billion throughout, his extent through Facebook is through sharing data.
Yeah. And what was really scary, and nobody really was talking about it, was that the fact that he had hired some campaign advisors from Obama, and I think it was Hillary and Bush or something like that, because he was looking at doing a run for something. And I don't know why that wouldn't scare the shit out of anybody. Is the guy that owns all of your personal information running for president, you thought like Trump was going to be like the scary dude? No, that guy should never be able to run for office as he is still owner of Facebook.
Dude,
That's
have
all
you
I'm
ever heard him give speeches when he always says this in every speech, back when I was human. I mean, I've always been human.
But before I was a god.
And then you see his fucking gills blink in his eyes. And I'm like, holy shit, this dude's from like somewhere else.
Fucking lizard motherfucker. I
Getting
know he's
shut
a
down on
lizard.
Facebook in 3,
But speaking of Zuckerfuck, speaking of Zuckerfuck, did you hear that Elon Musk, he put out a statement saying that I would buy Facebook
and shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it the fuck down.
But he's a fucking Nephilim. He's a fucking lizard person too. So I don't know.
But he's a cool lizard
I like
person.
I like Elon Musk, because he's trying to come up with intercontinental missile travel, which I'm all about.
Right.
Look,
Yeah,
I definitely would ride that rocket ship.
yeah, if I can go really quick to my favorite sushi place in fucking Philadelphia in 3 minutes and go get a couple goddamn rolls on a rocket ship, I mean, what's more badass than that? Like, what'd you do? I just flew on a goddamn rocket to Philadelphia, had some sushi rolls, took a shit on a jet, and now I'm here. Now I gotta go to work.
I want instantaneous travel. I want like teleportation devices. Why aren't you working on that, Elon Musk? I ask you, why are you not working on
Because that
It's
shit
basic
was
travel?
It'll
Look,
probably
I
be
can get to Australia in 38 minutes. I'm down. I'm doing that shit.
You're right.
What about
I would totally do that.
That's gonna change the world, though. Think about that. That's gonna literally change the world and boost every country's economy, because a rocket can fucking land anywhere. And did you see those rockets? These ain't normal rockets. These rockets go upside down, and then the blasters turn on, and they come down like a goddamn action movie, like Will Smith's at the top holding on. Like, that shit's insane. So I can go to like a remote part of the world that's never had business, and then I could start buying shit, and their economy's going to go through the fucking roof. I mean, we could just start landing goddamn rockets all over the place.
I
Yeah.
think
So
Elon Musk-
fuck flying cars. We got rockets.
Dude, that's
he's
way
an
more
Antichrist.
awesome.
That is definitely awesome.
As long as we can bring guns, I mean, shit.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
as long as we can.
speaking of guns,
Yeah.
what about Illinois, dude? What are they talking about guns?
So we definitely wanted to cover a lot of different things today. There's so much crap that's gone on this week. So we're going to be going through a lot of trending things. One of them is going to be Deerfield.
That looks
So
like
Deerfield Village, they
Hated.
decided that they were going to ban semi-automatic weapons in the city. So they voted unanimously to ban some semi-automatic firearms. The amendment to the Village Gun Ordinance restricts firearm village leaders defined as assault weapons such as AR-15s. The rifles have been used in various mass shootings. We already know that. The ordinance is patterned after Highland Park's ban on high-powered weapons. The ordinance survived until a 2015 legal battle with the United States Supreme Court. That's what I found really interesting about this, is that this has already gone to the Supreme Court before, but it actually hasn't done, like, it hasn't been gotten rid of. They haven't put it down as unconstitutional, which it is. Like, that's a restriction of arms and to a point that they shouldn't be allowed to. It's like, this is my personal opinion. It's unconstitutional for them to do that.
What's a high-powered weapon?
Exactly. What defines high-powered? Because a deer rifle, a 308, it's a lot bigger and a lot more powerful than your standard round for an AR-15.
Well,
or M16.
And here's the thing with a lot of liberals, they like to throw out about the AR-15 being a hunting rifle.
Scary.
There are a lot of states that have a ban on an AR-15 using it as a hunting rifle because it doesn't kill the animal immediately. The animal can get hit, run away, and die somewhere in the woods.
Yeah,
so
but I
there's
have every other rifle.
I've been hunting my entire life, and I've only killed one gun. You killed an animal with a bolt-action gun. Every single kill I've gotten has been with an AR-15. Except for one kill with a black buck with my 6.5 Creedmoor. That was it.
But
I mean, you can.
Joe,
it's just.
But Joe, isn't it like the incinerating round that, like, if you hit the deer with the round, it burns them up and cooks them before you can even get it?
But I run up to it with my chainsaw bayonet and fucking gut the shit out of it really quick.
I mean, you can use an AR-15 for hog hunting, especially if you're doing the helicopter hog hunting. Like, that's like the best way to go do that.
Well, originally the Armalite rifle, the original AR-15 was no shit. It was promoted as a hunting rifle, the premier new hunting rifle. I mean, it can be used for whatever. It doesn't matter. This is my fucking right. It doesn't matter if I want to shoot, rare frogs from goddamn Madagascar or some shit. If I want to do that, fuck it, man. It's my goddamn prerogative.
That is my right to do
that.
You
see,
I hate those frogs.
Did you see Fleekus?
Fuck those frogs.
Everyone who's Fleekus is. He did this video and he was going around asking people about the AR. Was it Fleekus? I think it was
Fleekus.
And
no, but his isn't. You gotta go watch Nuance, bro. Nuance, bro.
Oh, Nuance, bro.
That dude, his gun video was the best. It's long and drawn out, but he's a fucking smart dude.
Yeah, he was like, "What does AR stand for? Automatic rifle."
No, that is incorrect.
No, it doesn't.
That is incorrect.
It doesn't.
It stands for scary tool with a chainsaw that shoots 1,000,000 rounds a second.
I'm just waiting for Michael to run into somebody like that, and it's like, what's wrong with an AR-15? Is it because it's black?
Oh, you hate black.
Shout out to my homegirl Kelly Meg, who does that on a daily in Hawaii.
Yeah,
she's serious. Oh yeah, she loves her channel, and like she always has to call me, and I love the fact that she does, because she's like, Kai, guess what? I just ran into a retard. I'm like, well, you're in Hawaii, so it doesn't really surprise me, right? And she's like, yeah, right. Because all the Democrats out there don't really like weapons. Anyways, she's like, yeah, this guy was telling me that all ARs are fully semi-automatic. And she's like, yeah, retard, they are fully semi-automatic. She goes, and she comes back and she's like, yeah, he was telling me that it's 30 rounds a second, the ghost gun clip. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a fucking retard. I'm like, please give me his Facebook info so I can troll the shit out of him.
Right.
So, Mike,
God, what video was that from? They had that Air Force general or whatever.
General Hurtling. So
General Hurtling.
Here's the thing with General Hurtling. So when I was a drill sergeant, General Hurtling was the commanding general when I was on Fort Jackson. This dude was a straight up beta motherfucking male.
Bitch.
He was a Joe hugger. So he used to tell drill sergeants, like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't treat privates like this. And then for them to CNN to use this guy as an advocate or a professional or expert on guns.
What's his first name?
Expert opinion.
I'm like, here's the thing. Generals, you saw his elbow when he was shooting. He was shooting elbow up. Wrong.
Chicken wing.
So I was just like, he was chicken winging all day. And I was just like, this dude probably hasn't shot a rifle in fucking like 40 years. I don't know how old he is. This dude tans. He's, plastered.
When was the last? Wait, how often do generals actually have to rifle qual? That's my question.
Once a year. That's the standard.
That
do they actually do that, or do they get an extension? That's my question.
They just write that shit off. Their sergeant majors like, sir, what did you shoot? Expert.
There were. Our battalion had 6 80s in Afghanistan, and they were all from colonel and above.
Oh. So this is out to General Hertling. I know we're Facebook friends right now, but
Mark Hertling?
Yeah, Mark. Make sure you watch this video because you're full of shit.
Mark, you're a fucking pussy.
Mark Hertling.
Mark, help you on your knees in order to get promoted to general.
I think it just comes down to that whole thing of people just spouting on a bunch of bullshit that they know nothing about. They know nothing about guns, but they're just so scared by them that they're going to get shot one day randomly. And that's war on guns, yes.
What is that? What does it say?
What is it?
A war on guns, arming yourself against gun control lies and fucking retards. They didn't put that, but they should have at the very end.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, basically it's the same thing. It's like I wish that any of these people that are gun control advocates would have to take a safety course for weapons in order to say anything about the topic. Like they have to at least have shot once or have gone through the safety course in order to like understand what the fuck they're saying. Because then a lot of that nonsense will go out the window. They'll be like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know any of that."
And seeing we're already demonetized and everything on YouTube, what happened at YouTube this week was a trip.
Oh yeah, and which is really interesting.
I would say the biggest thing to come out of it is like, wow, I mean, I found the worst videos ever on YouTube. I mean, if it wouldn't have been this bitch for going crazy, like for her going crazy, I wouldn't have known that such horrible content would have existed.
I didn't. Like I know they've already deleted all of it too.
Dude, those videos were mesmerizing. Like I feel like it's like that speech at the end of Billy Madison when the principal awards him no questions and everyone got stupid. They've grown dumber for listening to what was just said. Like that's how I felt after watching each one of her videos.
How many of her videos did you actually watch?
I watched like 6 or 7 of them, man.
Is she
they got taken down
or a female?
It's supposed to be a woman, but she's like in her 40s or something like that.
I heard. Now, I saw another video. It got taken down. I heard it was, or she, well, I can't say it.
Shem.
So that person was a transgender.
I had these.
I didn't see any of that.
I had a Syria channel that was very pro-Syria that was getting views. And then YouTube stopped me from getting views. So now I have no views. And I have 2 caterpillars that are sleeping on my forehead.
Are you from Sweden, yeah? That's good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the interesting things about this whole bit is bringing this up is the police actually talked to the YouTube shooter before the attack, which is another. God, I don't understand how they keep getting warned.
Do you really expect anyone in California? No offense, Mike. Do you really expect law enforcement from California to actually do anything? They can't even do their fucking jobs. They fucking allow illegals to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, that's not.
But
true.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Florida, though.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say it's
all my buddies that are cops, like my buddy's running for sheriff up in Chicago, Dominic Izzo. It's these departments, man. They spend more money in politics and looking cool and trying to meet quotas than they do about the actual fucking training and getting these guys up to speed on shit. So a lot of times people are gonna drop the ball because they really don't quite frankly know what to fucking do.
Yep.
I
true.
Mean,
they really don't give a shit. So they really don't care.
One of the things that I found interesting about this is that the police department there is saying that they never got a call from the family saying that she was upset and that she might do something, even though they went out to check on her. So if they never got that call or they didn't hear they weren't disturbed enough. Like the family wasn't disturbed enough for them to actually take it seriously. With all the shit that's gone down, especially with Parkland, they didn't want to take it seriously enough, and now 3 people got shot because.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if I was a cop and I showed up to her house and I talked to her, I'm like, the last thing I'm thinking about this.
She was in her car.
Shoot up
she was in her car. She was literally sleeping in her car, away from. She lived in San Diego. She was in San Bruno, sleeping in her car.
Is that far
when they
away or
found
something?
her.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no, we're okay. We're talking a good 8 hours drive. Like we're
Holy
talking
shit.
500 miles. Like she was way the fuck away from where she lived at.
Oh, so she was
Right.
like, she drove all through the night, pissed off. She's probably drinking that Persian juice and just got all fucked up.
So we're
Yeah,
not gonna
like,
call
it-
it. We're not gonna call this person him or her. We're gonna call it Mur.
Herman.
Mur.
Herman.
Yeah,
Merkin?
There's a
Herman.
Z. I can never keep up with these things. But
Herman the Merkin.
But no,
I'm pretty sure that was a dude. I'm
Troglodyte.
pretty sure,
Point-
dude.
point
Yeah.
is like here's another shooting that could have been stopped by laws already enforced on the books. Is like people like, hey, this person's fucked up. You should probably do something about it. I'm sleeping in my car in a place I don't live. And, like her excuse was, yeah, I'm sleeping in my car so I can find work.
But there's probably every liberal on the planet like, please let it be a white cis male.
Oh, they
Please let
were.
it be
Oh,
a
they
white
were.
cis
They said it
male."
was a white lady who's wearing a headscarf. I'm like, okay, because that happens all the fucking time. There's white
Right,
ladies
'cause
running around
there's-
shooting up places with headscarves on. I mean, this
Yeah.
lady looked like she was from fucking, I don't know, man.
I mean,
lost
I
it.
could see it.
Dirt
She
for dirt,
in
dirt
certain
for
certain
Ali
photos, she
Jihad.
looks kind of like light skinned, so
No, she
maybe I
looks
could get that.
fucking ethnic as fuck.
She looks Haji as a motherfucker.
She looks Hodge.
I think it's a point is it.
Most Iranian women I saw were
It's
hot.
stupid because like
Was not
everybody
hot.
was wanting. They were wanting it. Like they were wanting the shooter to be male.
Oh, they were.
And
I think-
right leaning.
I think my favorite tweet that I saw was, if this shooter is not a white cis male
I'm gonna eat.
with an AR-15,
I'll eat my
I'm gonna eat my hat.
Oh, my hat. Eat my hat. Yeah. It's like, well, start eating. motherfucker.
Every shooting, and even they'll go, that's a white Hispanic. I'm like, what the fuck is a white Hispanic?
Yeah,
exactly.
Which you're either Hispanic or
That's
not.
a Mexican black dude over there in the corner, Mike.
I mean,
George Zimmerman looks like he's from fucking Mexico, dude. He does not look
exactly.
like a white
Right.
Mexican. Like, what does that even
No.
mean?
I get confused for Mexican on a daily basis.
No, you look Polynesian as fuck.
Well, that's because
Yeah,
you
no, I
know,
don't-
but everyone else in
No.
Texas,
Yeah.
anyone who
I
wasn't in the
pretty
military.
much-
Yeah.
Your name's
You called
Kai.
me. You called me
Your
Raul
name is Kai.
the other day. All right, Mike.
Raul.
Okay.
So I wanted to bring to kind of move on to the next segment. I wanted to bring up this guy. Unfortunately I don't have his name. I don't know who he is and what city council he was talking to. But was it California? Who was it?
No, is it Oregon or California?
I
I'm
got
not
it
sure.
on my phone. I'll have to look. Because I tweeted something out. I was like, hey, man. I was like, way to go, dude.
Yeah, no, so this guy's speech is really good and I really wanted to play it for our viewership so they could listen. You know, and this is what you want to see more of, like actually community members coming out and speaking up for the majority of gun owners that haven't done anything wrong. And he puts the argument in its place, puts it where everybody like needs to hear it and the way they need to hear it.
And Coy, here's the thing I can say about this video. So, you know, this guy having the same skin complexion as me, per se.
I wasn't even going to mention that, but since you did, go ahead.
But I'm gonna say it. They
Yeah.
hate the fact that there are actually people out there like this. You know,
Yeah.
I got it today, and remember we talked earlier about a segment we're gonna do with this black nationalists. But
Yeah.
they hate the fact that there are actually people that are brown skinned, Afro Americans quotations that think like this. This right
Yeah.
here had to drive liberals fucking nuts. They were
Yeah,
like,
just like
"Oh my-"
the YouTube shooter. That had to be hard because it was a vegan animal rights activist who shot up YouTube. Yeah.
probably
That was
yeah, dude.
you should have read the BuzzFeed article that came off of that. They were very confused on how to report this.
They don't know, man. Even CNN didn't report on it today. I was watching YouTube and I was watching all the trending feeds. CNN did not talk about this at all. At all.
Yeah, no, it's already done and over with. They already got enough information. Now they're moving on.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this and let you guys listen to it as well.
I didn't have time to write a fancy speech. I didn't have time to, I didn't have the resource of an English teacher to sit down and write a speech with at school today and be, brought over here and practice or anything. What I really came down here for was this. I've heard a whole lot of people in here talking tonight about this group and that group, and domestic violence, and blacks, these minorities and that minority. What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? And here's who the majority is. I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight. It's ridiculous. I don't think Rod Serling could come up with a better script. It does not make any sense. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away. That's the reason why I came down here today. Gun show or no gun show, NRA or no NRA. I'm here to stand up for the law-abiding citizens of this community, because I'm going to tell you that what's going to happen. You can take the guns away from us all you want to. You all write a law, I follow the law, I'll bring my guns down here, I'll turn them in. But here's what's going to happen. The Crips and the Bloods on the other side of town, they're not going to turn their guns in. They're going to hold on to them. And what's going to happen when you have to send the police down there to go take them? The police can barely enforce the law as it is. As what I see, we demonize the police, criminalize and vilify the police, and we make the criminals into victims. And we're talking about restricting guns? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that when the police department's already hamstrung? You're not going to be able to go down here and take these guns from these criminals. So the criminals are going to hold on to their guns. They're still going to have them. They're still going to break in my house, and they're still going to shoot me with them. And guess who's going to be the one that suffers? It's going to be me. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, it is not going to happen without a fight. And when I say fight, I don't mean shots fired. I don't mean fist thrown. I mean I'm going to come down here to this city council and raise hell just like these loonies from the left do until you listen to the majority of the people in this city. And I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding, and they follow the law, and they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms. They want to be able to go to the gun show and buy a hunting rifle or sport rifle. There are no military-grade weapons sold at the gun show. An AR-15 is not a military-grade weapon. Anybody that would go into combat with an AR-15 is a fool. It's a semi-automatic .22 rifle. You'd be killed in 15 minutes in combat with that thing. So we need to dispel all these myths, and we need to drop all this division that we got going on here. Because the bottom line is, when that Second Amendment was written, whether the framers liked it or not, they wrote it for everybody. And I am everybody. And the law-abiding citizens of this city are everybody. And we want our rights, and we want to keep our rights. And by God, we're going to keep them, come hell or high water.
So, you know, that's why I really like this guy's speech. I mean, it was really well done.
Shit.
And I come back and he's just holding.
I
love that. I love that rifle, by the way. It's a great
Desk pop.
I know.
You know
I mean,
what?
Joe, what do you think of this, Joe? Like seeing this video and what he said. Do you agree with him?
I don't agree with everything he said. I mean, I don't give a shit what laws they make. I'm not turning my guns in. They can suck a dick on that. But I mean, everything else I thought was great. And I don't think that he actually would do that. I think he was just trying to make a point that law-abiding citizens are going to, at the end of the day, you know, do the right thing. But yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, to sit there on the spot like that and to be able to say what he said is it was such a well thought out, like, beautiful fucking statement. This is the easiest way to put it. Like, it was like listening to an orchestra, symphony, man. It was just, it was nicely done, and it made my ears feel good. And I'm surprised that, quite frankly, it was all over the internet today, because I'm surprised anyone would even let that be heard or seen on the World Wide Web. Because you got this black guy who's talking about loving guns and the Second Amendment, and that scares the shit out of a lot of people, because they, the left wants to keep black people on the plantation. They want to keep them, under the power of the big government and all that shit. So, it breaks a lot of those stereotypes that they try to tell you that's out there, that, that minorities and other people, aren't for that, and they want to get rid of guns, and it just ain't the fucking case.
Yeah. Mike, what about you?
I mean, that dude's my spirit animal, dude.
Yeah.
Because I say,
country.
No, I say that shit all the time, man. I have many guns in my house, and there's no way that I would ever give them up. And I'm saying this because the government is trying, not the government, I'm saying there are certain individuals within the government that really want to try to take the gun rights away from us normal people who are out here just exercising our right. We're not out here pulling our guns out, pointing them at people. We're just out here our guns are here in a room in our house, and they're like, well, we don't think your guns are good enough for you, or you're not allowed to have those, or they're not safe within your hands. So this guy was, speaking a lot of truth, like we sit here every day, guns in my house. My guns have never left my living room. My guns have never left my kitchen, wherever my guns are at. And they're trying to say, well, you have guns in your house. Your guns may one day go out and kill a kid. One day.
Yeah, they're just going to jump up and do that.
One day your guns may leave your house and go out and kill someone. No, that's not the truth. So what they're doing, and the left has always tried to do it, they always throw out this. We don't want your guns. They always say this. We don't want your guns.
We don't want your guns?
Yes,
we just
you
want
do.
some of your guns.
They want our guns, man. They want our guns.
They took their guns.
Yeah, that little girl.
That
That little girl at the March for Our Lives say, when they give us an inch, we're going to take a mile. I'm like,
oh, they gave us the bump stocks. Do you realize the bump stock is nothing more than a modification? I mean,
it's
the
just an
bump stock
accessory
is
like anything
nothing
else.
more than
Gimmick.
a piece that goes into your shoulder when you pull back and pull forward.
I can do the same, like I've been saying since day one. I can do the same thing with my belt loops. So are they going to make belt loops illegal now?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can make a bump stock. A bump stock.
Yeah, there was a guy that did it with a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
It's $2.
Trump, he banned bump stocks. Okay, ban bump stocks.
I think it's just the point that they weren't expecting Donald Trump to do it, so they couldn't criticize him for doing so. Like all those things, like him willing to make a deal where he would make illegals legal and give them amnesty, like straight out amnesty, which upset his base. But then they're like, oh, well, he doesn't really mean that, type of situation. Like he was literally willing to give it to them, and then they're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, you know what? Well, fuck them. So.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of stupid, crazy shit coming down with a lot of that, and it drives me nuts because of all the stupidness. Just a lot of people just being stupid. That's what it's really coming down to. There's too many stupid people talking about shit they don't know nothing about, and then expecting us to just go along with it.
Well, and you have a lot of uneducated people that talk about guns, trying to tell educated people about guns. It doesn't work like that. That's like me trying to tell a fucking neurosurgeon about brain surgery. You can't do it.
It ain't rocket surgery.
When you're sitting here on your platform and you're talking about guns, every single gun enthusiast is watching your shit, and they're gonna freaking dissect it, and they're gonna freaking call you out on it.
Just gave me a great idea for a video.
My favorite thing is when people tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to firearms. Last time I checked, I work in firearms. I deal with firearms for a living, day in, day out, with firearm parts.
Yeah. And I actually got into a debate on this earlier. Go ahead, Mike.
No, and here's another thing. A lot of people talk about this as a military-style weapon. They talk about the AR-15. But they don't talk about the fact that the AR-15 came out before the M4. It came out long before the M4 came out. So the military bought that weapon because it was a very good weapon. So it wasn't like the military created this weapon and it just, shifted to the civilian market. No, the civilians created the weapon. The military bought the weapon. Plus,
anyway, the Marine Corps, the Army are already looking at replacing all of their rifles anyway with a new platform. Like that's been going on for the last couple of years now. They've been looking to replace not only that, their squad weapons as well, like the SAW. They're going to replace those.
It's called the M27.
Yes.
I want a grenade launcher.
Dude.
I mean, technically you could.
I mean, we could technically own them. But
I want a grenade launcher that shoots out lightsabers.
That would be dope. I want a lightsaber that shoots out dildos just so I can shoot it at libs so that they can go fuck themselves.
I would actually like to see a meme about that. Is like, we need lightsaber control because all the kids dying, the younglings. We need to control the lightsabers or else the younglings are gonna get cut down again. Type of situation.
But what you're saying earlier, what you're saying earlier, Mike, was pretty clever. Like, that'd be like you trying to tell a neurosurgeon, how to do something, or a brain surgeon or whatever. So I just had this idea, like a little vision popped in my head. It'd be awesome if you've got like this, like the shot opens up and you see the guys in his face mask and his scrubs and shit, and he's like scalpel, and they're like, "Are you ready?" He's like, "Yes, I'm gonna make an incision." And all of a sudden you see like some fucking kid with like pink hair and like lip tattoos. He's like, "Excuse me, you're cutting in the wrong place." Like,
that'd be awesome.
Excuse me? Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great.
It'd be like, are you a gun owner? Are you a responsible gun owner? Are you sick and tired of people who have no fucking clue about guns telling you? It's the same as this little shithead right here trying to tell a surgeon how to fucking do brain surgery. Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
And you'd be like, he could be like, no, I'm an expert because my dad had brain surgery and I know. I
watched Doogie House.
I survived the surgery myself.
My favorite's like talking to the pandas. You don't know what PTSD is.
No, bitch.
Yes. No, bitch. Just because you got the rank. But
I played a brain surgeon in a porno.
Right. Going to that whole thing, it's like they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna ban guns." I'm like, "Okay, awesome. Do you know where to get weed or coke right now in Texas?" "Oh yeah, I could just go call somebody." Well, if you make that illegal, I guarantee you, I can still get it, whether or not it's from a person like that's doing something legal. I can get it.
And they're like, "Oh, it's my body. It's my body. It's my choice."
Well, my gun, my choice.
My gun, my choice. My body.
No, because that could kill someone. So can coke, so can meth, so can heroin.
So can cars.
Maybe so can cars. More cars kill people every year than weapons do. Yeah. Than firearms do.
Absolutely.
And you're just comparing apples to oranges. Okay, well, should we fucking ban spoons? Because I'm fat as fuck, so I'm going to sue the fucking spoon companies.
I'm suing McDonald's because I'm fat, because they don't make healthier things, which that's a legitimate lawsuit. That happened.
I'm going to sue Whataburger because they just make the best fucking burgers.
I'm going to sue the person that created the term diabetic.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes has destroyed my life.
Diabetes has destroyed
and one
my
man, life. One spoon with sugar on it.
I can't hear I can't hear anything in one spoon without thinking of those fucking videos. Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
I have a whole bunch of cakes in there. That Kai and I are gonna eat later. We're gonna get diabetes.
Diabetes.
And I have a later too. I just bought one. So
did you really?
Yeah. So if Kai has a heart attack, I have to zap his ass.
You got it. You got it. You got him.
You're roommates and everything now.
Yeah, I had to buy a fucking.
I'm not gonna die. I get my CPAP works now. I'm
you have an AED?
No, who me? Yes.
An automatic external defibrillator?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So,
but so we're talking about AEDs real quick, Coy.
Yeah.
So we're talking about AEDs. So I watched a video, and Joe, you can look it up. There was this chick in an ambulance. So I guess it was her kid or someone in the ambulance, and they were pushing his chest, and they had to use a defib. So they were hitting him. The chick grabbed the kid, and it killed her instantly.
I saw that one.
True story.
Ooh.
True story. So
way to bring down the room, sir.
And the thing with an AED or defib is if you touch the person that shit's connected to, it's not meant to start or stop a heart. It's meant to stop, or it's not meant to
stop a arrhythmia. That's what it is.
So if you touch them, the minute that shit goes off, that shit's gonna kill you instantly.
Yeah, it'll stop your heart.
You're not gonna come back. It stops your heart. Boom. There's no coming back from that. So
I hear Emma's toy going.
And look it up. It's on YouTube, dude. This chick touched her kid, whoever it was. She was crying. They hit him, and she touched him. Boom, she died instantly right there in the ambulance. The guys are like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck?" It's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
So okay, one other thing I wanted to get to was Chelsea Handler's tweet, which is My armed guards aren't killing children and don't have semi-automatic weapons.
And here's the thing with her.
There's just a lot to unpack from that one statement.
Okay, what is everyone, all of us know, but for our listeners out there, our viewers out there, what is the definition of a semi-automatic weapon?
Put it in the comments below right now.
Yes.
No, the definition is...
Wait. Let
Okay.
them put it in the comments before.
Okay. What is...
Hang on.
Pull it up on Wikipedia.
So, Joe, we were talking offline about this. Like, you saw that and you were a bit toasty when you saw it. Did you have a few things to say about it?
Yeah, I tweeted back to that bitch. I said, are they fucking protecting you with bolt action Glocks and bows? You fucking twat. You know, and I'm pretty sure semi-auto is exactly what they have. You fucking dumb leftist bitch. And then I said, you're right, but your Democrat Party that loves Planned Parenthood is mic drop. So I just kept going off on it for a while.
I'm banned from Twitter.
How old is she, dude? Like, literally. How old is that thing?
She's in her 40s.
She's 80.
No way she's in her 40s.
So I thought this was
Has
funny.
there ever been
It's like,
someone that she just wanted to hate fuck?
yeah.
She has nice boobs, so I'll definitely give her that.
For age, yeah, absolutely.
Chelsea,
So like,
how
this
she
is like, are they protecting you with a bolt action pistol? Is that what you're using? Like, that's what they're using?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I thought that was funny. Like, who actually owns a bolt action pistol though? Like, I've never used one. I don't know if either of you guys have.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, I just showed a picture of it. You just missed it. Here, let me bring it back up. Hang on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I was being facetious, man.
I thought that was a joke.
No, that's real.
I thought I was joking too. Now fuck, man. I gotta reword my shit now. Thanks a lot.
Well, I'm saying, like, yeah, I didn't know they were a thing either, and then somebody put a picture up and was like, wait, no, that's not real, right? And
They have a bolt action
there.
Glock.
Who
I said Glock though.
But I mean, it's either they're using bolt action or using revolvers if they're not using semi-automatic firearms to protect you, or they have assault dogs, as I like to call them now. They're assault dogs.
Oh, speaking about assault dogs.
Or maybe she has like the only security detail with like full auto fucking MP5s or some shit.
Right, they're not semi-automatic. They're actually automatic weapons.
Yeah, they're full
Sorry.
auto. They're just like,
They're not full semi-auto. They're just full auto.
if you don't laugh at her fucking stupid jokes today, you're all gonna fucking die.
Right.
I mean, she's probably... I hate her as much as I hate fucking... what's that?
Lena Dunham.
Yeah, her too. I fucking hate Lena
Amy
Dunham.
Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Same
Amy
thing.
Schumer is... God,
Amy
she's a
Schumer's-
talentless hack.
Yeah, she's not talented because...
I said talentless.
Yeah,
hack.
because her uncle is very
Who gives a
important.
fuck? It doesn't matter. Like, she's still talentless. She steals fucking jokes.
Yeah.
Like, Joe Rogan's already talked about this many times.
What was that guy? Ned Hernandez? Carlos Mencia's real name is Ned Hernandez?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan called him out. Oh
Yep.
shit, it's funny as fuck.
Like, fuck Schumer. Both of them, anyway.
And
But
here's the thing: if you would have attacked her, you probably would have got the ban hammer.
I mean, that's why they got rid of the rating system on fucking Netflix because
Yep.
of fucking Schumer.
Who's
You
buying
remember, like,
Netflix?
her leather special when it came out? Oh my god, like, it just went downhill like this.
Yeah.
Out.
I mean,
It was bad.
and here's the thing:
Oh, that's like David Hogg. I'm only a teenager. Stop attacking me.
Yeah, you can attack everyone else. It doesn't work like that, baby boy.
that dude's
Right.
not
I mean, he was literally like bad mouthing all of the people, like the NRA, politicians, like calling them bitches and pussies and all kinds of shit.
Look,
but as soon as he started getting attacked, he's like, "No, don't do that. I'm only a
I'm gonna
teenager.
say
I'm only a
something
kid."
really bad, and a lot of people are probably gonna hate me for this, and/or
do it.
not. But I hope that someone throws him in a room with Kevin Spacey, and that he fucks the shit out of him and destroys his life. I hate that. I hate that fucking kid.
He's not a kid though, dude. I think
23.
he's
I
a
don't-
lot older than
Dude, his arms are this big. That's like even when I was like 16 or 17 or 18, like there was muscle tissue there. This guy looks like a 90-year-old Alzheimer's patient.
I just want to
It's
say,
fucking-
for the record,
it's scary.
It's terrible. Yeah.
like, I just think that the words that are coming out of, like, it's just fuck them hard.
And
Fuck
my
them
parents,
all.
My parents can't
where's
use
that
a
video?
phone.
I'm gonna find that.
And my parents can't use a phone, and I tell them, "Give me your fucking phone."
And you know what?
I'm like,
when we rule this world, I really hope that like
he's fucking Hitler Youth, dude.
I hope that he OTs on a tide.
He's Hitler. He's fucking
He's
like
totally
Hitler Youth.
Bring up David Hogg Hitler video.
Dude,
Okay.
you'll get the band hammer quicker than shit.
It's still gonna be funny and worth it.
Oh, this one right here? Yeah, okay. I know what you're
Right
talking about.
Oh, see? I know.
Aaron, let me bring it up so people can see what we're talking about. See, I understand and I wish to proceed.
Is it going to let you do it? Oh.
In 1969, Ted Kennedy drove his car up a bridge, and his companion
Hey,
died.
Ted Kennedy. Okay. I always thought this was fucked up, but it's still kind of funny.
So, how much you wanted that we could have buy him?
Okay, that's the end of it. But yeah, like fuck that guy, man. Like seriously.
So are we gonna make everyone celebrities that fucking get shot at schools and shit or whatever?
No, which is funny though, because like they didn't make the guy at Sutherland Springs, you know, the dude that shot the shooter. They didn't even make him fucking famous. They're like, no, we can't. We're not.
And what about all the people in Las Vegas?
Well, yeah. Why aren't they? Where are they gonna get their verified Twitter accounts and get to go on Ellen and shit?
It's not gonna fit their narrative
because they're not. Because they're not anti-gun.
Republicans.
If they were anti-gun, it would be a different story, you know.
Well, we can go and kill a bunch of rednecks, 50 of them, but God forbid we kill a bunch of 17-year-old kids in Florida. You know, rich kids. You know, I mean, I just don't get it, man. I mean, killings go on every day. Gun violence goes on every day in America. We can't deny that. Mm-hmm. You know, in Chicago, how come they weren't marching for that shit? How many people died in Chicago this year just alone?
Last night there was 7 shootings in the same neighborhood.
There was no March for Life for the people in Chicago. There was no March for Life for those kids. But all of a sudden, a bunch of kids that got it. It's fucked up. People died, but. Why are these kids' lives more important than all the other people that are dying through, from gun violence in this country?
Well, it's the same thing as, like, why don't you give more veterans that are 18, 19 years old more of a platform to speak and get their verified Twitter accounts, guys that have gotten their legs blown off, done some heroic shit, got bronze stars, silver stars, tell their fucking story. But no, they won't fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking stupid. These people haven't done shit.
That kid that was in the fucking ROTC was jumping in front of fucking and use his body to shield kids. Yeah, what about that kid?
Yeah, what about the coach that did the same thing?
Yep. I mean,
that's like there was people that are arguing about like defending the cop that didn't go in at Parkland, right? He posted up outside and they fucking waited, right? But the coach, who didn't have a weapon, didn't have anything, protected these kids with his life, and this cop just waited. Right, you can't defend that kind of cowardice. You know what I mean?
And they're saying even in that speech, that march for taking away our rights, that bald-headed lesbian chick even mentioned that she had bullied that fucking kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you helped push that kid to the limit of killing your friends, and now you're playing a celebrity after it. You fucking.
Exactly. A lot of these.
I know
a lot of these shootings come down to a couple of things. Like we've talked about it before. Is like all it comes down to is mental health, right? Exactly. All these things come down to mental health. A lot of these people are outsited. They're ostracized. They are pushed to the fringes, and nobody gives a shit about them, right? Like that. Like their family might, but they don't feel connected to them. They don't feel connected to their family. They don't feel connected to anyone.
I like when they say weapons of war.
Weapons of war.
What
I'm like, have you ever fucking been to have you ever been to fucking war? Because at the end of the day, the bad guys are trying to kill you. You're trying to kill the bad guys. If I run out of fucking bullets, now I got to swing my goddamn gun like it's a fucking baseball bat. Once that breaks, I have to grab dirt and throw it in your fucking eyes, and then take your head and slam it into a fucking rock repeatedly until your brain's all over my shoe. Whatever I decide is a weapon of war is a weapon of war.
Weapon of war.
And here's the thing, like
I could throw this goddamn iPad like a fucking frisbee and gouge your fucking eyes out.
Ninja stars.
Everything can be an assault rifle, but when you talk about weapons of war, as they like to say, if you think about the AR-15 and the AK-47, majority of the time our enemy is using a higher caliber round that we're using.
Yeah, the AK was 7.62.
Yeah, 7.62. So I mean that's a true deadly weapon, you know. Then you talk about the PRK and the 240, same caliber, everything.
Well, 1.762 by 3.9.
Yeah.
And then
So I mean,
I'll bring it up and like let
these people have no idea what they're talking about, and that's what's killing me every day.
Yeah. Oh, that's always a good one. Let's see if I can find a better picture of it. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. I'll use that. So I mean, here's the difference between an AK round and an AR-15 round. I mean, to most people, it doesn't look like much, but that much powder and that much of a fucking shell is gonna make a load of difference when shot at you.
One will blow your whole chest cavity out, and the other one will pierce through your body, might bounce around a little bit, do a little damage, and you might bleed out, but one's going to kill you instantly.
And unless you have armor-piercing rounds for the AR, like, you're not going through sappy plates on those. Like, level, what was it, level 4s? Yeah, level 4s will generally stop it. That 7.62, though, kind of hit or miss. Like, a lot of guys have still gotten hit in the sappies, stopped it, but some of them have still gone through in certain cases.
My Alpha 6 tactical plate shot it 80 fucking times with 7.62 rounds, 5.56, 9 mil, 45, and the 81st shot was the first one that penetrated.
Nice. I want one of those.
Hey, what was that video you did,
And it's the lightest
Joe?
one ever. It's with this same type of vest.
Oh, was that video where you got shot in the chest and shit?
Yeah, at point blank range by.
Let me find that and bring it up. Yeah.
Find that video of Joe getting shot in the chest. His face. He was like, "Yo, I'm Joe Biggs. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this." But you could see he was like,
"You mean scared shitless?" Fuck yeah, I was.
Hell yeah, he was. Dude, pull this.
That's it. That's the first one.
Is that the first one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up right now.
Joe Biggs getting shot in the fucking.
I'll come back and grab yours.
You just took some balls.
We're not tagging him.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I did it 3 days before my daughter was burned. My daughter was born.
Right? Yeah. Tell me how close you want me to
Dude,
get, man.
you
gotta see you.
You have balls of steel.
Yeah, that's intense, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Ready? Tattoos, huh? You ready? Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't think I can do
Some
it.
guys with Mike with Alpha 6. Got Joe Biggs here. Joe saw me stand behind the product and figured he wanted to try it out and see if it's something he could stand behind. So now he's getting.
You do look nervous as shit, Joe. I'm not gonna lie. Like your face is even going red.
I bet your armpits were sweating like a motherfucker. Oh shit! And he shot you twice.
Oh shit! Like that?
Does that still give you chills to this day?
Dude, I just felt like a migraine come on just thinking about that again.
Like,
really?
Well, you showed this video to your little one.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, how crazy is Daddy?
Look at how dumb Daddy was.
Right, exactly.
Like, listen here, little Savannah. You don't do this, and I know that you shouldn't do this because I put myself in stupid situations, so you don't have to do that shit.
But Dad, we have laser beams now. What if I take a laser beam to the chest? You're gonna be like, don't do it, dude.
Until
your face. I bet your armpits, like I said, were just like bleeding, just sweat.
Well, we did it at a very popular training center outside of Austin, Texas. A lot of super sneaky squirrel people go train at. And we had to do it down in an area where no one could recognize the area it was done at. And they only allowed myself, the shooter, and the guy to film it to go down there. So my friends that came with me weren't able to see this happen. Big John, a lot of you guys know who he is. Big John wasn't able to walk down there. So after they shoot me twice, we come out of the woods and then they take off sprinting, saying, "We need the fucking paramedics, call 911." And everyone's panicking, thinking that this went completely wrong and I'm dying, you know. And then I walk up there laughing and they're all crying. I'm like, "Ha ha ha! Ha, you thought I was dead? You guys are stupid."
Oh, dude, that's it. Like I said, I couldn't do it.
I don't think I could sit there and let somebody shoot me in the chest because my luck would be I would do that and it's like, yeah, let's do it, and then I get the guy that can't shoot, you know, like that.
No,
that
I
one
watched
Marine
this guy like a fucking hawk, like all day shoot. I watched this guy put a few thousand rounds down range, so I was like, that guy right there. That guy is. Really
I want him to shoot me.
He's shooting me. No one else.
That's definitely a weird thing to kind of say. Is like, I want that guy to shoot me.
But here's the thing.
The only other time you hear another dude say, "I want that guy to shoot me," is in a gay porno. I want that guy to shoot me.
Like when you're in the military, you put on your vest, you put on your fucking uniform and your Kevlar and shit, and you go out on patrol. Like, there's a good chance you could be shot at. But I woke up that morning knowing that I was going to put my clothes on. I was going to get in the car, drive 40 minutes away from Austin, Texas. And that entire drive, it was very quiet. No one talked. It was just silence. And everyone, we got there, parked. Everyone gave me a hug like they thought it was going to be the last time they ever was going to see me. And I started getting fucking nervous. And then I was like, well, let's just get right into it, man. I just want to get shot really quick and get the fuck out of here and get this crap over with. No, so we go through a whole ceremony, and we're doing all these tests and different guns and shit. I'm like, look, dude, my anxiety is going through the fucking roof right now. I'm gonna fucking bitch out and not do this. Let's get to it. And they just kept stringing me along. Like the one guy that ends up shooting me. He's a super sneaky squirrel seeker guy. He's like, oh, I hardly ever miss, and he's just like fucking with me the whole time. And I'm just getting nervous as fuck, dude. By the time I get down there, my anxiety's through the roof. And I was so scared, like I held my breath so hard that when I get shot, I blow out steam.
So what'd your wife... So that morning, when you told your wife you were going to get shot in the chest, what did she have to say?
Or did you not tell her?
Oh, I told her. I figured if I'm gonna be a nervous wreck, she's gonna be a nervous wreck too.
She was like,
with you.
She was like,
and she was
here.
pregnant.
She was like, sign here. Okay.
Sign this, please.
Sign here. Okay. Initial here. Okay. Go do it, babe. Go do it. Come back, please. Please come back.
Yeah, just get the insurance policy up to date, and we're good. We're good. I don't know. All right. Well,
my wife would be like, don't come back. I'd be like, nah. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, America.
We're obviously kidding. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that we had to cover today. I think we did pretty good. I want to thank Joe Biggs for coming on and talking with us. We're at our end of our hour. We could probably go a little longer, but I wanted to play the video that we did with Kai as part of the roles that we had for ATP.
I'll be one of our friends
in
the near future.
Yes, we're pretty close with the guys at ATP. Use the Hooch as a promo code. You get 15% off. Just so you know. Joe, do you have anybody you want to plug right now?
David Hogg is a fucking idiot. Don't support him. Go join every gun organization right now. Go buy a gun. And make sure you post pictures of yourself holding the gun in a very proper way with your finger not fucking the trigger well. That's it.
Exactly. And on safety. And on safety.
And on safe,
Not like those veterans in that one video that were holding a weapon without the weapon on safe.
Fucking pussies.
Well, all right, guys, I got to hop off, man. I'll see you guys later.
No problem, man. Thanks for coming on and joining us.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Later.
So that's going to be the end for our time as well. I'm going to place this video I wanted you guys to watch before we say goodbye. But as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Mixer, all of the great places that you can find us. Also go to ATP, buy some cool shit from us.
And grow your ass off.
And grow your ass off.
If you're tired of your meat tasting like crap and you want something to rub your meat with, something that gives you that good taste that makes your mouth all moist, use Grow Your Ass Off. Use promo code The Hooch on Grow Your Ass Off for, what was it? 15% off your order on grillyourassoff.com.
Also, check out Matt Williams Country. If you love some country music, check out our boy. And just head over to his Facebook page, Matt Williams Country Music, and enjoy his music, dude. This dude's a genius. He's talented. And I have some download cards and CDs if you want them.
And he ain't Luke Bryan.
And
he's not Luke Bryan, even though he looks
and
like
he's not Luke Bryan. All right,
he looks like Luke Bryan.
He does look like Luke Bryan.
He does a little bit. Okay. Anyway, we love you, America. That's it for us for this time. We'll see you next week, Friday, probably around the same time. As always, we love you, and we're out.
Check out the video.
Check it out.
Hey there, I'm Maverick. Now I'm no longer flying F-14s and doing cool shit when I'm inverted. I'm working at American Trigger Pullers. Step into my office. Do me a favor, have a seat. Outstanding. Let's go for a walk. So at American Trigger Pullers, we're on a mission to find the top 1%, the elite of the elite, the best of the best. Oh, hey, John, where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
Exactly. So at American Trigger Pullers, there's absolutely no room for second best. Whether we're pulling negative G turns or on motorcycles cruising for ladies, we like to be the best.
I don't like you, Mav. You're dangerous.
You can be my wingman anytime. So at ATP, we're kind of on our own little highway. Highway to the danger zone, as I like to say. Things get a little rocky, can get a little dangerous. Holy shit, it's Viper!
We'll make you better.
She hasn't lost that love and feeling. Woo! So anyways, one thing we like... Oh, hey look, it's Cougar. Hey buddy. What's wrong?
Take it easy, Mav. I don't like this shit.
It's okay, you will. So head on over to AmericanTriggerPullers.com. Show us who the #1 top percent is, and show us who we have to put in the ladies' room. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go buzz a tower or Admiral's daughter while inverted. Holla!